And so it has begun. Emerald infiltrated Ironwood's warship by using her illusions. Mercury went ahead and helped with the bombs that the White Fan planted. Adam, on the other hand, led the dropship stolen by Cinder and Roman in the past, carrying Grimm to let loose inside the kingdom. Cinder then tried to frame Super Earth, trying to take over Vale by force. Once Emerald did the deed and uploaded a virus on Ironwood's ship mainframe, she contacted Cinder that the deed is done. And with all in place, she hacked the CCT to broadcast a live message. Alright, her speech is the same as canon with a few minor tweaks, but replace Huntsman with the Helldivers. She accuses them of failing and betraying the public trust. Now for the next step, all Atlassian warships began attacking the SES, Wings of Freedom, bombarding them with missiles and cannon fire, but the more sturdy material the ship was made of was only dented by the weaker dust munitions that Atlas was using. John on the ground was shocked at the sudden declaration of war. Ironwood contacted Ashvin saying, he's not doing this, as someone has taken over every hardware that Atlas owns. Ashvin relays the situation to John in order to prevent an international war. John accepted it but was skeptical of Ironwood's claims. He will have the Ministry of Truth deal with all that internal nonsense. The Beacon teams all gathered to figure out what to do. Pyrrha, what is happening? John, we are under attack. Ruby, what? Why? John, you heard that overblown speech on the speakers. Someone wants to wipe out humanity, and we can't let that happen. Carden and the Helldivers joined them. Carden, commander, your orders. Then they heard fighting as John, Pyrrha, I need you to lead JNPR and protect everyone here. But John, no buts. I need you to look after everyone. I need to deal with this problem head on. Ironwood, that's a good plan, Commander Arc. John, General Ironwood, if you had anything to do with this situation, so help me. Ironwood, someone infiltrated my ship and uploaded a virus to take control of half of my army. Glinda, how could you let such a breach happen? John, this is no time to discuss this. We need someone to watch over the civilians while the rest of us repel this attack. Ironwood, sound plan. Carden, and that plan includes blowing up Atlas property. Any objections? Ironwood, none. Our technology is being used for evil purposes. I authorize their destruction if it means saving lives. Carden, well, we got the green light. Go nuts, Private Caboose. Caboose, why? Nora, but we can help. John, Nora, the best way to help me right now is making sure all our friends are safe. Leave this to certified personnel. Nora, be careful out there, John. You are our leader.
Pyrrha, not today.
She stood tall and strong. Pyrrha, run, tend to the wounded as you have medical attention.
He snapped to it.
Pyrrha, Nora, you blow up anything that isn't a person. Nora, affirmative. Ruby, alright guys, we have to do our part. Weiss, Ruby taking charge? Am I dreaming right now? Ruby, stow the chatter, Weiss. We need to help protect the people. Weiss, create a barrier with your glyphs. Blake, capture any suspicious people you can find. This has White Fan written all over it. Blake, how do you? She points to the shoulder of a destroyed Atlassian knight who had marks of the White Fang on it. Blake nods and looks out. Young, what about me, sis? Ruby just smacked some robot heads around. Penny in the audience just felt nervous. Glinda, Mr. Arc, be careful out there. John, we're Helldivers, ma'am, we're always in danger. Let's move out. He and his team all called in their gear and started to do what they were trained to do. Meanwhile, in Vale. Reports indicate that all Atlassian mechanized forces are against them, and the Ministry of Offense and Science gave the Helldivers authorization to employ the experimental arsenal delivered to them. Energy-based weapons like Sickle and the Scythe were now made available as a primary weapon for the Helldivers. Additional support stratagems were made available, like the new prototype shield generator taking inspiration from the Huntsman's aura. And finally, the prototype Patriot exosuit that was built upon the studies on the automatons, the Federation went in with swift mass production after the MT Glen incident, and as an equalizer. Multiple exosuits were deployed for Jaune and his Helldivers. Caboose. Whoa, I will call you Freckles. Jaune. Alright, mount up. Jaune and Carden boarded theirs while Caboose got on top of Jaune's Patriot. Caboose. Charge. It was a devastating contrast to the Atlas Paladin, with slower mobility but thicker armor, and due to the addition of the prototype shield generator packs, it gets an added defensive layer. Jaune. Caboose. It's getting dangerous. You need to get off. Caboose. I won't abandon Freckles. He pulls out a grenade launcher. Caboose. My name is Michael J. Caboose, and I hate babies. He started lobbing all the grenades in his ammo belt as Jaune let loose a hail of rockets and bullets, rending the paladins into Swiss cheese. Cinder thought that televising the massacre would work in her favor to kill the people's spirits, but what is being shown on TV was the Helldivers kicking enemy ass, and that got people cheering. And the wave of positive emotions caused the Grim to be disoriented and helpless. Some of the people joined in the battle as they picked up their own personal weapons and joined the Helldivers despite their protests for them to evacuate to safety. Then multiple SES ships arrived to assist the Wings of Freedom. Once they arrived, they launched a retaliation against the Atlassian fleet. It was no contest, as the more potent weaponry made a huge difference, as simple auto-cannon fire were able to blow huge chunks of their armor within seconds. As they cleared the skies, they then sent reinforcements. The battle for Vale was on.